So we just had a little sit, down a little play. So yeah, my modelling, why do I not talk about it? There's many different reasons. One of the reasons, I don't want to come across arrogant by talking about it, but everyone says that it wouldn't be that. It wouldn't, because I'm not arrogant at all. I think that's, yeah. So that's one of the reasons. Another one of the reasons is, it's like, I don't know. There's another reason that I'm not quite sure about. And another reason is, like, it's a weird thing to talk about, isn't it? Like, people I've met, things I've done, it's a weird thing to talk about. I got to travel, I got to meet people, and work for big companies, and do a lot. A lot. I was incredibly lucky, and so I never intended to be a model. I'll start with that. Never intended on it. So, it stinks. The smell, that's absolutely... Gia, come on, you're not drinking that. Oh, it reeks. This is full on. The smell. I wish I could get you to smell that right now. Literally a pile of shit, and it reeks because it's wet and hot. That is a bad smell. Oh God. And there's still no piglets to steal. They're all gone. There's no piglets to steal, annoyingly. Anyway, yeah, so the modelling thing. I never
Bring my little sack.
I never started off wanting to model. Someone came up to me and said, have you ever thought of modelling? And I said no. Oh wow, it's rained so much. That bit's come to here, look. Wow. That's that where the swing's been dumped in my videos. Look, it's come over the road. Well, it has, it's just it's started to go down again now because it's not raining anymore. Yeah, so I wasn't a thing. I was a dancer. I was actually teaching dance at a really young age. So took a photo. That's it. Didn't think any more of it. And next thing it was like a bit of a whirlwind. And I'm like modelling and travelling to Mexico to do work for the biggest swimwear company in the world, Swimwear Illustrated. And from there, from Mexico, I sort of went on and on, working for big companies, this, that and the other, travelling. I was lucky. So I've got to go around the world, basically. And I've done lots of work for lots of things. So and I get embarrassed that I talk about it. Calvin Klein. Oh God, I get embarrassed. I think that's the thing. I've put one of my new picture I've put up is some of my modelling photos, like a tiny amount, like a little teaser of some of my photos. And now my little circle on my YouTube channel. I get embarrassed talking about it. So yeah, I actually got given my own TV show because I didn't just do modelling. So I got given a TV show. So this is going right back to before Channel 5. So Channel 5 was starting up, and I had to go to London to audition. My agency had agencies all around everywhere. So I went to, I had to go to castings all the time. So you get your Z card, you go over to castings. I went to lots of dances because I could dance as well. But yeah, I came straight when I came back from Mexico. I was covered in bites, actually, absolutely covered in mosquito bites, and I had to do pretty poly tights advert. So I had to do leg modelling as soon as I got back because I've got really long legs. In comparison to the rest of me, I've got really long legs, which is why I could get away with a lot of the work I did because my legs were so long. Because obviously you have to be a certain height. Don't have to be, but the majority of people are a certain height who model. So I didn't do a lot of catwalk because I'm small. I worked for Jean-Paul Gaultier, catwalk. See, it sounds like I'm name dropping. I hate it. I get embarrassed about it. It sounds like I'm name dropping and shit. It really does. Like, I hate it. But people want to know. Mike's always like, you've got to talk about it. You need to talk about it. You need to tell people about all the bad stuff about your life. You never tell them about what you actually accomplished. Right, so I'd have to go to all these different castings and things. So I did music videos and stuff like that. Colgate advert, Hooch advert, Levi's. I was in Loaded magazine. I don't like some of my photos. I've done a lot of bikini modelling, obviously, because that was what started it. I never done any naked. I never done any nudie, rudy pics, but I did do Loaded magazine, and they were a bit risque, shall we say. I was clothed, but it was like I had a thong on and I had underwear on and PVC jacket. So a bit risque. They were for Loaded magazine. Anyway. So all these castings and things, I went to one. It was when Channel 5 was starting anyway. It hadn't started yet. There were still only 4 channels. That's how old I am. Channel 5 was saying they wanted to do a show, like a dating-y show. I'd done Big Breakfast first. So I was on Big Breakfast for Fashion Week. I was on Big Breakfast first. That's sort of the first TV thing I did was Big Breakfast. See, it's so bad. It's like sort of named. I hate it. I'm cringing. This is cringy to me. Done Big Breakfast. Then I had to go to London. Went to this thing. You do got to think a lot of the time there'd be 100 people turn up for one job, and you had to go with your card. You had to wear black. You had to have your hair back in a ponytail and no makeup to go to all castings with your Z card, which my Z card at the time. It's got your height, it's got everything. It's got your glove size, it's got your height, your weight, your hold up, what? Is there? It's like got your height, waist, everything, all your measurements, including gloves and everything, all your measurements, your hair, eye colour, things like that. And that's your Z card. It'll have one big. I've worked for different agencies because I got scouted again. So my first Z card had one big photo on the front and 3 on the back with all my name and all my stuff. So yeah, you take that and you go to these castings and you sit in a room with loads of other people who's dressed in it's like robots. Other girls, boys dressed in black with their hair back, no makeup. So you all sort of kind of got the same-ish look. You got to think that this is before Photoshop, this was before filters, this was before everyone was having loads of plastic surgery, this is before any of that. This was when films had to be developed. That's how old I am. There was none of this photoshopping on a computer. No, what you saw is what you got. Oh, there's a little baby deer there on her own. What you saw was what you got, and that was little Muntjac and that was it. Like, there was none of this filters and stuff. And I got a lot of work because they classed me as a one shot, because they'd go, oh fuck's sake, we've got you in the first shot, Jem. And they liked me because they didn't have to pay a makeup artist very long, because they didn't have to cover me in makeup, and they liked me because they didn't have to pay photographers for very long, because they'd get the shot in the first few clicks a lot of the time. See, it just sounds like I'm bragging, doesn't it? I'm not comfortable talking about this at all. Anyway, I went to this casting, loads of people there, boys and girls. They wanted a boy and a girl to host this new TV show for a brand new channel. I think it was going to be called Kiss. And anyway, everyone sat there. You get asked questions. So you go in, normally there's like 3 or 4 people. You go in, get judged meticulously by these people for just your appearance. It's awful. But for TV, no, you get judged on your personality as well. Well, so 3 questions. You had to go in, you get put in front of a camera, and you have to do a test shoot. And you say your name, your age, and in this one, they gave me big, like, who's your favourite, who do you fancy, what famous person do you fancy the most? Stupid little questions like this. Anyway, of course everyone's there putting Brad Pitt, things like that, Johnny Depp, blah blah blah. I'm not particularly everyone else, and I don't know why. I have no idea. My dad was with me at this cast, and he drove me to London. My dad sat there surrounded by all these other models. For some reason, I don't know, to this day I still don't know why, when I went in, I just winged it. I didn't write any of this down like I was meant to. I just winged it, and what came out of my mouth came out of my mouth, like it always does, and I happened to say Eeyore. Who do you fancy most? And I said Eeyore. And they looked at me, these panel that are just there to judge you on everything, looking at me like I'm crazy, and I turn around and say, because you know what they say about donkeys, and made a sex gag. A simple audition. I went in and made a penis size joke. So yes, there you go. Yes. So yes, I said Eeyore, because you know what they say about donkeys. Well done there, Gemma, well done. A round of applause for being a twat and winging it and saying that. I don't know where that came from. I don't even care about that sort of thing. I don't know where it came from. And at first they looked at me and I'm like, where has that come from? What have I just said? They're going to kick me out of the room. Oh my God, what have I done? Like literally, I think, oh no, I'm taking this job. They laughed and basically told everyone else to go home. So yeah, I got that job to host a TV show called Kiss, brand new TV show. And I was the presenter of it with another lad. We done a pilot, and then it never happened. The show fell through, all various things, like it does a lot of the time. Anyway, I've done adverts, karaoke video, which is hilarious. Some of the things I've done are just funny, they're just ridiculous. Then I got asked, one of the biggest things really, was I got asked to be a main actress in, I see again, in Neighbours. No, I can't remember if it's Neighbours or Home and Away. I should know, shouldn't I? It was Neighbours. I got asked to be a main actress in Neighbours in Australia. Yes, I got asked to, that's crazy. I got asked to do that. I got asked by Sony. I can't sing. They didn't care, see. The difference was back then, you couldn't use Photoshop and stuff like that. You were just you in photos. But back then also, they didn't give a shit whether you could sing or not. I couldn't sing, but Sony wanted to sign me because of just what I looked like, and they were just going to put whatever, just do whatever they wanted to my voice to make it sound bearable. And I got offered to go and be a main actress in Neighbours in Australia. It's one of the jobs. So I didn't do it. This is all down to one thing, actually. I'll come to in a minute. So I didn't do it. Then I got given... Kanji! I got given a... Hold on. No, that's not the next bit. Then I'm still doing... Come on! Then I carried on doing more, like, just modelling magazines for companies and stuff like that. Yeah? So it's like... And I've worked and met lots of famous people. And I'm not going to name drop anymore. I have a famous ex, which is a weird one. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about that out of respect for Mike. But I have a famous ex. So modelling. I would also do things like I messed things up badly in certain ways because of how my words just come out of my mouth without thinking. So I got a job and it was for Virgin, and sometimes you would get the jobs if you wanted to take them or you didn't want to take them, and you would just go and you'd hang around at parties, and sometimes you'd get hand drinks out or whatever. But if I wanted to just get a bit extra money, then I might do that, because obviously I was getting paid quite a large amount of money for what I was doing. So I done Virgin, and I stood there handing drinks out, as it goes to this one, handing drinks out to people. Oh, here comes someone on a quad. Wonderful. And I can't pause this, so it was going to have to be a part 2. So part 1 about my modelling. Bye.